Hey folks, it's Patriot Nurse. Thanks for joining me today. I want to give you guys a quick video, a rundown on the herbal profile of chamomile. This is German chamomile and it's in bulk. It's beautiful. You can see the nice little flower heads that are here. So before we get started here, make sure to give me a comment below, to like and subscribe, so that way the algorithm treats me favorably, because we know the conservative channels are not exactly given a fair shake nowadays. So true. So chamomile. This is a really useful herb to have in your prepper stores because chamomile is probably one of the single most versatile herbs out there. It is in a class of herbs called diaphoretic herbs, and it also actually is used as a somewhat of a nervine. These two classes of herbs and their actions are describing the way in the body that chamomile behaves. So chamomile, when it is served hot, like a hot tea, it can, particularly in larger and stronger doses, it can help people break out into a sweat. And this is particularly useful if you are of the mindset, which I am, in supportive methodology in fever management versus suppressive methodology. So suppressive methodology, okay, is kind of the typical Western white coat doctor way of managing fevers, which is when somebody spikes a fever, that we give them some kind of antipyretic drug like Tylenol, ibuprofen, something like that, which suppresses the fever. I don't tend to align with that school of thought at all for the most part. There are certain cases in which I do, but for the most part, I'm much more in support of supportive methodology. So in supportive fever management methodology, what we do is we support the body's fluid balance by giving the person diaphoretic teas that make them sweat, but also support the circulatory balance by giving them water in appropriate amounts, right? And so with chamomile tea, for a person who is running a fever, to help them quickly break out into a wet fever where they're sweating and their fluid balance is being supported, their hydration status is being supported. Oftentimes we can help that fever to break and help that disease process to be swiftly eliminated and cleansed from the body. And chamomile is one of the herbs which accomplishes that. There are other herbs in that class, of course, of diaphoretic herbs, but that one actually chamomile tends to be the most palatable. Yeah, there we go. Kids like it. There you go. Kids will actually drink it, whereas they may not drink other things. And so it is very useful for that. Also, for those of you who live in the South, in the deep South, it gets really hot outside in summer. And one of my favorite methods to use it for people who are outside a lot, and particularly outside in the sun, under the direct sun in the mid part of the day, I would make chamomile tea and I would make it cold. And chamomile is really cool actually, because it tends to have the thermal effect on the body that is taken on by how it's served. So basically, if you serve cold chamomile, it'll cool the body down. If you serve hot chamomile, it tends to help the person break out in sweating. Chamomile also is quite useful because it exhibits mild antihistamine properties. And I actually have a cool story. I was teaching a class on the road several years ago, because I teach classes, of course, and you can find them at thepatriotnurse.com, and the Patriot Nurse Academy is my online class. But anyway, so I was teaching class, and a gal, when we broke for lunch, she got a hold of she had a lot of allergies, bless her heart. She got a hold of something on lunch break. And so she was coming back, and I start seeing these hives come up on her neck. And the place where we had the class taking place had one of those little tea stations, and there were some bags of tea next to the little hot water pitcher thing. And anyway, I was telling her, I was like, here, chamomile time. So I think she made like probably a triple, quadruple strength. It was a very, very strong chamomile tea. And so she's drinking it. I literally watched over the span of about 15 minutes those hives go down, 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 down. So chamomile is very useful for that in particular, as in exhibiting an antihistamine property. Another property that it has a mild sedative, mild nervine effect. And with the sedative effect, a lot of people know this, of course, because it's part of our culture, Western culture. Chamomile tea is part of a nighttime routine, a nighttime regime to get people to go sleepy bye. Go sleepy bye, sleepy bye. And this is one of the ways that it accomplishes this, is it has mild activities to basically feed and nourish the nervous system in the body. And so for that reason, it's a very, very effective herb and a highly useful herb, a very diverse profile to store. Pretty cost effective. I think I paid for a pound of the dried, I want to say it was like maybe 26 bucks, something like that. I'll put a link in the description box below. There are many places you can get herbs. I don't care where you get it. I just put a link there to make it easy for you guys. And also so that you can see reviews of different brands and you can compare them side to side. But it's a really good herb to have, and I would recommend that you have it stored up in bulk. Actually, another use of this herb is particularly I have found that chamomile when used as a poultice. So a poultice, okay, is when you're going to basically make a paste out of the leaves is not the right word. Flower buds. There we go. Okay. It's been a long day. So what you do is you make a poultice, like a paste out of it, and you apply it to sunburns. I have found there is truly nothing that takes the pain out of sunburns like a chamomile poultice. I don't know why this is. I don't even remember how I found this out. It could have been a happy accident one day. There's just no telling with Patriot Nurse. But I kid you not, nothing I have seen, nothing takes the pain out of sunburns like chamomile does. It's unreal. Now, as far as preventing peeling, that I can't say. But I can truly say that between this and aloe, I really thought that aloe has a soothing action, but this took the pain out of it better. And I have no idea why that is. That's just what I found in my own practice. But I wanted to share it with you guys because it is a very, very useful herb and it's very important to store, pretty cost effective to store up. You can obviously grow these things yourself, but I wanted to give you guys a profile of things to have on hand. So I hope it was helpful for y'all today. In addition to that, there's a book that I want you to get. Actually, there's 2 books I want you to get. I'll link them in the description box below. The first is called The School of Natural Healing, and I refer to this as the Big Gold Book. It'll run you about 90 bucks. 90. Geez, that's expensive. But you know what's more expensive? Ignorance. True that. The School of Natural Healing book is, if I could only have one herbal book to take with me, like anywhere going into the unknown future, that would be the one I would take. And it will give you the profile and the application and the usage of lots of different herbs. So get that book, The School of Natural Healing by Dr. Christopher. Then there's a quick reference guide, the Dr. Christopher's Herbal Home Healthcare book. Get that one too. I'll put that one in the description box below. And one more. I want to give you another one. I know, so many. The Rosemary Gladstar's book on herbal, I think it's Herbal Medicine 101, but I'll put that link down below too, because I want you guys to have access to off-grid friendly ways to teach you how to make your own herbal care, right? So that way we can be more self-sufficient. So I just wanted to share that with you guys today. I hope it was helpful for y'all. If you did enjoy the video, I hope you'll subscribe to me here on YouTube, Patriot Nurse. You can also support me on Patreon, Subscribestar, Cryptocurrency, and PayPal. I got links down below. Guys, please make sure that you share and like this video. Definitely leave me a comment down below. It helps the algorithm. It also helps me know who I'm talking to and be able to connect with you better. If you want to learn more and you want to learn more about medical preparedness, you can take my 4-hour class online. It's $129. You can find that at thepatriotnurseacademy.com. I also teach classes in person. As a matter of fact, if you like the herbs and you want to learn more about it, I teach this as part of my 4-day curriculum in medical prep. So the first 2 days are medical prep 101 and 201. And then the last 2 days are nutrition, herbs, and old school disease. And so those are the things we cover. And I got the full schedule at the website, thepatriotnurse.com, if you want to train with me there. So have a wonderful day, guys. I hope it blessed you all. For now, it's Patriot Nurse signing off, and I'll see y'all later. Mwah! Bye.